Have you seen the Revolt Taylor duel, Robert Walls?
I think at this stage, Harry Taylor's done a really good job. Nick Revolt struggling to get into the game, only taken the 2 marks and yet to kick a goal.
Ablett's ball for Geelong. Goes for territory. Mooney and Dawson. Mooney won the jostle, should have held the mark. Clark, Fisher. Geelong men around him. Burns getting it out to Mackie and releasing Mooney. Just over a kick from goal. It could run home. It runs across the face. Allowed to pass through by Gilbert. A point could count for a lot late in the day.
It will, and a couple of early contested possessions in favour of Geelong to start the second half. It's going to be very important.
Schneider to Gilbert. Goddard, just a bare 15. And now Gilbert gets it back again. So a bit of run created here by the Saints as Gilbert drives it long. Revolt in from the side. Taylor does the spoiling. Ablett being harassed by Jones. Kelly coughed it up. Now comes to Schneider. Gives it to Hayes. Kicks to half forward. Enright read it nicely. To Milburn. Getting directions from Scarlett, but he doubles back. And his kick's good. It finds Bartel. Pops one over the top to Selwood. Working his way beautifully into this game. He's up to 15 disposals. And his kick's also good as it finds Chapman.
So Geelong working it by foot. Perhaps the question to be answered in the next hour is whether their brilliant game style will hold up in a tense, tight grand final. Last year it didn't. It was put down to an aberration. If it happens a second time, you'd have to wonder. It's thrilled us all, but will it win premierships when the whips are really cracking? Ottens gets the tap. Here's Hayes.
Rucking well, Ottens at the moment.
Follow-up work's been good, Robbie. As we know, had an entire season. He's just got himself right. When he plays at his best, his follow-up work is better than any other big man going around.
Quiet phase in the opening minutes of the second half. Early scoring crucial. Ling for Geelong. Just walked into his teammate Ottens and gave it up. But now Taylor can drive Geelong forward again. Ling floating it long. Not really a great ball for his forwards. Mooney trying to make something of it. Goddard felled by a teammate. He's down and he's not moving. And that's not a good sight for the Saints. He has not moved.
Straight into the tackle.
It was Baker who got him.
Has he got blood?
And if it was, there it is, Stevie Baker.
Blood rule, he'll be off.
Been one of St Kilda's best.
Blood rule, Ray, Brendan Goddard.
An example of how hard players are going. Can't even get out of the way of your own teammate in time.
Well, there's 6 players on the ground that have had 15 disposals. Goddard is one of them.
Well, he looks to be okay, if you can call a nasty blood nose okay. Maybe it's even broken. In football terms, it's probably still okay.
Jack Barker watching on. Trevor's father.
So from the stoppage, it's taken by Blake. Handball into open space. Ablett with the quick snap. Point for his efforts. It's the Saints by 4. Gary Ablett, 1 goal, 1 this afternoon. And he has 16 disposals and 4 clearances. Gilbert penetrating kicks a beauty to Dempster, who should have got a free kick, but none forthcoming for chop of the arms in the marking duel. As Milburn goes short to Ling. And Ling loads up on the left. It's a good kick. Mooney takes the sit and takes the mark in the end pretty comfortably. It was a beautifully weighted kick. And Mooney had his name written all over it, so he will take the mark directly in front 10 metres out.
Just about 5 minutes into the second half, and that is inside 50, number 5 for Geelong. St Kilda haven't got inside 50 in the second half. So
Cam Mooney kicks his second, and Geelong back in front by 2 points. Well, it was all a bit matter of fact in the end, wasn't it? But it was a beautifully weighted kick. And Mooney, right from the outset, had his name written all over it. Took the pretty comfortable mark and kicked the goal.
And Zach Dawson needed to do a lot more than he did there in that marking contest. Did not even get a fist
stating a
near
case for a high contact.
Zach Dawson had to get a fist somewhere near that ball, Luke, and in the end wasn't even there to contest it.
There's Matt Maguire and Max Hudson looking on.
Stalwart defenders they've been earlier in the decade. In fact, earlier in the season in the case of Hudson. So a ball up, the lead having changed again. 4th time it's changed in the match so far. Geelong by 2 points.
Lenny Hayes, 3rd man up again. They'll do a lot of that in this quarter, the Saints.
Montagna getting a boot onto it. Milburn holding Dempster at bay. So often finds a way. He's got some atoning to do after the events of late in the second quarter. Here's Graham for the Saints. Taylor and Revolt. Revolt!
Good kick, Graham. He could have blazed away. He seriously squared that ball up, saw Revolt and said, one-on-one, I'll back you, as Eric Banner looks on and cheers.
Taylor looked to have his number there. He seemed to have position, but at the death, it was the champion Saint bringing Eric Banner out of his seat.
And just his 3rd mark for the game.
Goalless until now. Surely that will change. It wasn't a great kick, but the lead has changed again. It's the Saints back in front. And Goddard, probably a broken nose and a damaged shoulder. Blake and King. King it was who took Blake's spot in the 07 Premiership win. Blake wins this contest. Mooney and Varco sweeping it towards Chapman. Graham, though, having a good quarter. Dawson was slow there, and he's gone. There's no doubt about that. It's Wojcinski's free kick.
Always looks to handball. Zach Dawson, go back to handball. That's his first option. And gee, sometimes you've just got to get the ball out of the danger zone with a quick kick.
David Wojcinski's partner gave birth to their 2nd youngster late on Wednesday night. His first boy, Archie, watched the grand final in 07 on his 1st birthday. Young Monty, born on Wednesday, won't know about this. And his dad wouldn't want him to know about that kick. It'll be thrown in.
I think if I was Bomber Thompson, I'd be trying to isolate Zach Dawson at the moment. There he is on Cam Mooney. Had a couple of really big turnovers. Put him under pressure. Get him one out in the goal square and see if it can do some damage.
Otten's got the tap in the path of Ablett, but getting there first was Blake. Now Blake again to Graham. To Hayes. Ball still in play. At the back of the pack, Ling couldn't control it. Now Enright tries to get it back to Ling. 50 metres out from Geelong's goals.
We've got 36 players in a quarter of the ground at the moment. It is so congested here in this pocket.
Here's Johnson to Ablett. Good tackle by Hayes. Johnson again. Kicks inside 50, and that's a good St Kilda mark. And it's taken by Baker.
Lenny Hayes, one of the few players who can tackle Gary Ablett and make it stick.
Now Fisher. Oh, that is dangerous, and it's missed by Jones. Oh, the Cats with a great chance, but Ottens couldn't get it to Varco. Rook off the ground. Oh. It's out of bounds.
No. Scores have been level for the last 8.5 minutes.
Oh, it is extraordinary. Arm wrestle. It is that. Ottens and King. Ottens just trying to roll it down his arm. Del Santo. Dawson over the ball, tied up. No chance to get it out. A couple of former champions sit in the crowd.
Yeah,
in fact, It's a collection of champions. And they watch the Saints repel the Cats.
We saw the Saints do some damage in the last couple of minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, and the Cats going with Blake in the ruck and Ottens at full forward.
Johnson slaps it to Chapman. To Selwood. Now Blake, what can the big fella do? He can give it back to Johnson, who ducked their head. He's gone, holding the ball. Free kick to St Kilda. And the kick's going to go to Nick Del Santo. He's got Ray on short. He takes the mark.
Gilbert's come from defence.
Yep, he's worked hard. Where was the Geelong forward?
And now Ralph Clark's out.
Caught napping. Good hard running from the Saints defenders. Clark can pop it over the top here to Fisher. Declines to do so. So Clark, the big wind-up. Kicks deep. Revolts there. So is Kazitsky. Milne. Throw in.
So it's the Saints' turn to press. Blake and King and Montagna at the front. Will put St Kilda in front and puts them a goal in front with a beauty from the pocket.
Well, he's not the most accurate of kicks, Lee Montagna, but he's done it there.
Nothing pretty about this kick from Lee Montagna, but who cares?
Doesn't matter, Quarters.
No.
Just his 8th goal for the year. He's had a ripper season playing on the wing, but hasn't kicked many goals.
Averaging 28 disposals a game in 2009. An All-Australian this year. And he's put his team in front in red time. And it's a free kick going St Kilda's way to Goddard. Kicks to Farron Ray, who loads up with that left boot. The big men ready to fly again from the side. Spectacularly was Milburn and concedes the rush behind.
Look at the pack. Massive crash. 4 or 5 players hit the deck.
Well, St Kilda did the scoring late in the first half. Whose turn is it here? They've gained the lead in the last 2 minutes. We're now into the last 55 seconds. Ablett for Geelong. Lovely ball to Rook, but a terrific effort by Fisher. Still danger. Chapman to Varco at the 50. Just couldn't make up his mind. And the spillage is won by Blake. To Dawson. To Montagna. And St Kilda are away. And perhaps they can sting in the last half minute. Brave run by Montagna. Low ball to Revolt. It's not a mark. Clark will be under siege, surrounded by blue and white hoops. But the Cats can't escape. There's a high contact. It's Geelong's ball.
Stevie Johnson just caught one over the shoulder. Last couple of minutes getting involved.
He needs to get the footy and pump it long, but he won't know that there are only 10 seconds left. And time is going to beat the Cats. Johnson, too late.
Great kick.
And the siren beat Varco's mark. He was too far out anyway. And St Kilda will take the lead to 3/4 time. They're a goal in front in the grand final. What pressure now. St Kilda by 3. Otten's a hand on the ball. No result. And he'll do it again.
Blake, come on.
8 minutes left. And the game could hang on one wobbling kick that finds its way between the posts.
Lenny up again.
Down to ball. Bangs it clear. Not a great result. Corey Enright centering. Oh, Graham. Somehow the ball found him. Ball in trouble though. Cats still pressing. But it's hard to crack that defence.
Just see Gary Ablett lurking around this contest. He is the man for me that I would be getting over. You'd be blocking Clint Jones out the way. See if you can clear a path for Ablett.
Quick kick out of the pack. No, it's not a goal. It's a point. to Chapman. It's St Kilda by 2.
How's the tension in this stadium at the moment?
Gardner off, King on for the Saints, who apply the short option. Gilbert, untidy kick. Mackie knocks it back, but that wasn't a good result either. Ray, now 2-on-2 in midfield. Schneider the spoil. Corey with more height. Schneider diving in. Corey made it a tug-of-war. Montagna puts St Kilda forward. Kajitsky didn't mark it. Milburn under the first tackle. Got it off to Kelly. Oh, didn't know what to do with the kick. Changed his mind. And the Saints are a chance here. Del Santo to Goddard. And now they have 2 men loose. Schneider the first of them. Milburn closing. Now Little Milne in danger territory. That's a pretty good kick to Revolt. Couldn't hang on. Varco for the Cats. Taylor for the Cats. And Geelong get off the hook. They wriggle off. Del Santo, though, keeps it alive for St Kilda. Ablett kept his feet when all about him were losing theirs. Gives Corey a chance. Varco running for him. Has the southern wing now. And this is a chance for the Cats. Travis Varco, time to think about it and do something methodical. That wasn't it. He has another go and he puts it out on the full. And an opportunity is lost.
Should have kicked it long first time.
Yeah.
But hindsight's wonderful. So Saints have it at half-back. Graham has played a wonderful game and he spots up Goddard, who drills long, looking for King. Ottens, big fly, no mark. Kazitsky attacks it hard. We'll have a bounce. Nearing red time. The captain for Geelong has a breather. It's St Kilda by 2 points.
Only 1 goal kicked in the quarter. It won't be a long term.
That goal kicked by Hawkins early in the piece. Ottens the tap at the back door was Enright to Corey. Scrubs a kick to half forward. Here's Burns. Puts the foot on the accelerator and kicks it beautifully to Mooney, who got both hands on it but spilt the beans. Good use of the body by Dawson. Now Mooney has another crack. Taps it to Chapman. Chapman over to Rook. Max Rook on the left boot. Max Rook has kicked the goal. Touched on the line. It is touched on the line.
Stevie Baker touched it, crashed the post. 1 point the difference.
Back at half forward, Shannon Burns has done Ralph Clark this quarter 3 times in a genuine one-on-one. It's a worry.
Oh, it couldn't happen again, could it? St Kilda by 1 point. Here comes Revolt. Oh, mighty effort. But his man's on his feet. Taylor to Chapman. He's got men loose. One of them is Selwood, and he's 45 from home and should at least level the scores. Oh, everyone pauses for breath. Not least Joel Selwood needs to steady himself, find composure, balance, and a straight kick. From just inside 50. It's hooked. A behind wouldn't be a bad result. He gets it and scores a level. The 2 teams have met 202 times in their history and never played a draw.
So doing the kicking in is Nick Del Santo. He gets maximum metres for his team. The big pack fly front and centre was McQualter. Gives the handball to Montagna to half-forward Kazitsky. Can't take the diving mark. Desperate stuff from Scarlett. Corey's played a ripping last quarter. It was a brave handball into a pot of Saints. One of them was Schneider. He's immediately dispossessed. And we'll have another bounce slightly into St Kilda's attacking half. Into red time. Scores level in the grand final of 2009.
Blake's been moved on to Shannon Burns. Luke, you called it. Well done.
Take away to Selwood, but had no one out there to give it to. Oh, tremendous smother coming from Mackie. Brilliant effort. But again, the hand pass doesn't hit a target. Ablett roving to Rook. And that's a good result for the Cats, who have it just outside their 50. With no more than 5 minutes left in the grand final. The scores are level. It hangs on the knife edge. Jones for the Saints. Goddard. And another throw-in.
Again, around these clearance situations, Ablett's the man. We know that he's almost untackleable. Can they get the footy into his hands? Keep an eye on him. There he is, right at the front.
Is there a Barry Breen out there on either side? And hung in the air. Nil now for Jones. Left footer. Finds his left side and tried to banana it. Camped under the ball, Taylor, who's done a sterling job for the Cats.
Taylor chips short. And the mark's taken by Enright, who goes into the corridor, or almost into
Ablett's
the corridor.
out, all on his own.
He is. Johnson, can he pop it over the top? Ablett somehow has found some space. At the last minute, Zach Dawson spills it, but a clever soccer by Scarlett to Ablett from 80 metres. He drills it long to the tip of the goal square. Big flyers wanted. Varco, handball's over. It's a snap. Ball Chapman, and Chapman's kicked the goal. How did Ablett get free?
Terrific play here by Scarlett, just to volley it off the boot to him.
Cometh the second, cometh the man, cometh the men. Ablett, Chapman. Geelong a goal in front. Still time for the Saints. They need 2 scores now if they're to win the game today. They haven't kicked a goal in the last quarter.
Big play from Ablett. Rolled the dice then. Jones went forward. He ran 100 metres the other way.
Hayes climbs in, but Corey bangs it back. Out wide. Mackie leads the race. Goddard with him. Mackie went for the line and is given permission to do it by the umpire. Not long left. Perhaps a couple of minutes for the Saints to prize it back.
2 ruckmen come on, get set for this boundary throw-in.
So another stoppage.
Brad Ottens, he's only got about 4 minutes of play to go. He's just have to push himself against Gardner.
Schneider tries to tap it to Del Santo. Ling happy to see it over the line. Into time on. The Chapman goal has put Geelong in front by 6 points. His 3rd for the afternoon.
Yeah, the runner's gone out to Kazitsky, told him to come onto the ball.
Selwood's kick went straight to Graham, who's one of the best on the ground. Diving mark was unsuccessful by Corey. Dempster ridden into the ground by Scarlett. Keeps the football alive. Melbourne happy to see it over.
Inside 50 for St Kilda. Nick Revolt, the captain, has just cleared everyone out. He's just said, give me space. I'm the man to get the goal for us.
Crowd of 99,251. St Kilda needing 2 scores. They have little time in which to achieve them. Ablett had it and lost it. Cats want to hold it in. They are just soaking up seconds, and every second counts. There will be play on, and Ablett drives Geelong forward. That might be the winner. Rook up. Varco and Burns down. Rook. Varco running for him. Rook's kick. Saints cover. Still a chance for Rook. Another score and it's Geelong's game. Rook off the ground. There's 7 points up, and surely that'll do it. St Kilda need 2 goals, and I don't know that they've got the time to do it.
Gilbert plays on straight away. Short kick is unsuccessful to McQualter. Picked up by Mackie. Back to Chapman, who throws it on the boot into the pocket. Gilbert underneath it. Burns knocks it over the line.
It's been good Burns in this final quarter. The outran ref Clark, contested well. Got a stoppage in their forward pocket.
I reckon Ross Lyon knows it's gone.
Throw in Kazitsky. Taken by Bartel to Johnson. Back over the line it goes for another throw-in.
Quiet afternoon, Stevie Johnson. Should pay a lot of credit as well to Baker, who has really just given him no space at all.
Knocked forward by Fisher. Back of the Packers, Kelly. Kicks it into the pocket again. Blake desperate. No mark, trickles over the line.
Kelly's been quite outstanding at halfback.
There can only be seconds left.
2 ruckmen here. Kazitsky, Gardner up against Ottens.
St Kilda need magically quick movement, and they're not going to get it. The Cats intent on tying them up, and the Cats' moment of vindication is nigh. St Kilda beaten only twice during the year by a grand total of 7 points, find themselves 7 points down. A St Kilda free kick. Kajitsky to take it. He will run and he'll go as long as he possibly can. Revolt is there, and down is Milne. The goal is unguarded, but the first man there will be Scarlett, and he'll defend for his life, and he'll concede a behind. And who knows now?
Pressure on this kick.
Important kick in. Got to get down there, Saints, and cover.
So Darren Milburn.
This is a big kick in.
Is it what?
Got to go long, doesn't he? You got to get it as far out of there as you can.
Long and down the line. Milburn loads up. Revolt almost smothered it. Long ball. Taylor! Magnificent mark! That is a ripping mark.
That's the Leo Barry, Bob Murray moment.
He's been told to go. There's Taylor handballs to Wattens.
And he gives to Selwood. What a grand young player he is. And Ling gives Geelong the territory they want. Rourke and Fisher, Burns. It hangs for Mooney. Poking it in the Rook direction. And he can go back. And he can have a shot. And surely any score will do it now.
Wonderful kick by Mooney.
It's over. The Cats. Vindication has arrived. They have won their second in 3 years. But what a fight it was. What a wonderful, grueling, magnificent fight it was.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Max Rook's having the shot. With bodies lying all over the MCG turf. And with no one on the mark, he runs it home for a goal. And the Cats win by 12 points, if the margin counts. What a match.
Tommy Harley, there's hugs, there's tears. Second time Premiership captain.
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, just an amazing year and terrific effort by St Kilda. I don't know what to say. A dirty day for myself, but it's all about the team today. It's unbelievable.
What about those closing minutes, mate? Gaz Free on his own, got it down to Chappie.
He was there by himself. Harry Taylor's mark at the end, and then just unbelievable scenes, really.
Just an unbelievable day. It was so tight. The weather was on, the weather was off. You said to the boys going out today, just keep calm, stick to our team plan, and we'll be right.
Yeah, we had to do that. It was just stick to your processes, all those sort of cliches, and, you know, unbelievable win. Unbelievable.
Go get amongst us, skipper. Well done.